In a country that's falling behind academically, what can be done to improve the average? Is it possible that time spent engaging in physical activity can actually help students succeed in the classroom? Should schools devote more time to physical education and even make classes mandatory throughout all levels of education? What do I mean by physical education? What I'm referring to is classes that require students to engage in physical activity. The positive effects of physical activity on academic performance are fairly well documented. There is, however, some opposition to incorporating more physical activity in school. Firstly, it could exclude certain groups of kids. This, however, can be overcome by offering several different classes to eliminate the one-size-fits-all notion. The National Parent-Teacher Association describes the next problem, that since the passage of the No Child Left Behind Act of 2001, schools have been struggling to meet the academic requirements. As a result, schools have been forced to cut physical activity out of the day to meet time demands. This too can be overcome through the use of better time management or extending the school day. While it is true physical activity takes time, research supports the notion that this isn't simply time lost. An article by Catherine Davis and Norman Pollock describes a study that indicates that girls who exercise 1 to 5 hours a week have higher mathematics and reading scores than girls that exercise less than 35 minutes a week. This is further supported by an article in the New York Times that cites a study describing cutting physical activity as counterproductive. Their recommendation is kids get at least 60 minutes of exercise daily. Even the CDC supports this. One article they published described how 11 of the 14 studies they looked at showed at least one positive indicator of physical activity on academic performance. They even described how not a single study showed a negative impact of physical education. The results speak for themselves. The California School Board Association shared a study that showed that schools with more students that were physically active frequently did better on SAT 9 testing. Their studies also showed that the benefits of physical education were almost universal and weren't limited by socioeconomic status. This is why I propose making physical education classes mandatory from elementary school through college. Despite the concerns, the rewards outweigh the costs. Physical activity certainly has the potential to improve this country's academics. An additional benefit will be it will improve this country's health. These are the reasons why requiring physical education in schools is a no-brainer.